Welcome, everyone, back to Legend of Dragoon. I'm Savage Hound Dusk, and today we go to stop the Green Tusked Dragon, Feyrbrand. Once we leave town, I will consider you as a mature Dragoon. I won't teach you how to fight anymore. Alright. Got one last thing to do. Alright. Sorry about that. I had to put out a couple of announcements. Alright. I'm ready to go. You might have also noticed the game told us that we needed to head to a particular region. It didn't exactly tell us where we needed to go. Or rather, it didn't exactly show us where to go. If you ever get lost trying to find your way through an area, you press R2 and it will show you the map of the general area you're in. The nest of the dragon is where you actually want to go. In order to get to the nest of the dragon, we have to travel through this marshland. Little seahorse with a burning tail. And wings. And Rose, I talked a little bit about it at the end of the last stream. I'll talk a little bit more about it at the beginning of this one, just in case you know, you onboard here as we head to go deal with the Green Tusked Dragon. Rose is one of those characters. Oh, God, okay. Eek! What's wrong, Shauna? I'm fine. My foot was stuck in the mud, that's all. See? Oof! Oh, no. Did you twist your ankle? It's nothing. You can't stand up, can you? Come on. I'll give you a piggyback ride. But it's embarrassing. What are you talking about? I used to give you a piggyback rides when you were little. Remember? I love the emote over there. If you pay attention to Rose, she was just like, ugh. Without saying anything. Uh-huh. Thanks. I'm such trouble, aren't I? I don't think so. I guess I should have stayed in Hoax. Are you serious? No, it's not so... I guess I had a bit of a weak moment. You know what? I have more confidence now. I can fight to help everybody. I'm not a drag on others, but I still can't fight like Rose. Shauna, you really have something on your mind, right? Besides, you know you can rely on me more, like in the old days. Dart! Dart! Is Shauna alright? I'm okay now. I love how it just kind of takes you visually out of that animation, only for them to have barely gone anywhere. The pain is gone. Let's go, everybody. Oh. I can't get over there. Fuck. The marsh actually has a few things in it that we want. Welcome, Liz! I live, she says. It is good to see you are alive. Alright, now we have to fight crocodiles. But when it comes to Rose's combat profile, Rose is not particularly durable. She has a higher defense stat than I would have thought for how little damage she always seems to be able to tank. God damn, did that crocodile bite him for 40 damage? Skull casting. Wow, alright. Because she doesn't have that many additions, I will die soon. But I thought I'd live for the moment. Rose, because she has so few additions, she's actually one of the easier characters to get all of her additions unlocked. Her speedster demeanor and her powerhouse abilities actually make her pretty nasty. So yeah, Volcano is... It's not his most powerful addition right now. It's going to take a little bit for Volcano to catch up to the power level that Double Slash gave him, but it's not going to make him lag that far. Honestly, you almost won't notice how little he... or how much he will lag behind. Get the spirit potion up here. Move down. Get into another scrap. The monsters here are actually somewhat tough, which is not a problem. That's actually a good thing. More EXP, more money. Ass. The mushrooms are really weak enemies. I believe they call them myconitos. You don't really have to worry too much about these guys. Like, yeah, the myconitos. They're really weak enemies. This merman is actually way more dangerous. That merman has a couple of really annoying attacks, but if you want to be able to restore your health, the shrooms are the ideal enemy to do that with. The guard healing, as I tend to call it, because guard healing is just really good. Guarding is a extremely effective strategy in this game, and you can honestly feel how much they really wanted you to rely on it. Aww. See, if you don't see the box appear at all, that blue box that gets overlapped, That's the problem with those little bastards. Here we go. Body purifier.
Hello, Alistair.
Hello, Troy.
How you doing?
I'm doing alright. Streaming some Legend of Dragoon to, God damn, Dart! Twice in a row? What the hell? Oh, and we're just gonna poison fucking Lavitz again. Yup. And Lavitz doesn't get a turn because his speed is too low. Okay, maybe I grossly underestimated these fucking mushrooms. Never underestimate the shrooms, ladies and gentlemen. You can't really carry that many stats.
I did that in Dark Souls and I got fucking punched for like half my HP.
The shrooms in Dark Souls are way worse than in this game. Oh my god. The mushrooms in Dark Souls are just assholes. Oh, no! That is not...
Well, all of them.
I pressed left, and the fucking D-pad moved the goddamn indicator to the right. Are you kidding me?
You got a broken D-pad?
No. I don't have a broken D-pad. That was literally the game doing that.
Troy.
I
Hello
can't
there,
carry that many body purifiers because this game doesn't give you much inventory space, but... you really don't need that many body purifiers.
Abelard can now use power.
That guy was a rude little bastard. The mushrooms in Dark Souls are dangerous for a whole other reason than the mushrooms are in this game. Like, in this game, they do still hit decently hard. Like, Sporing did 56 damage to Lavitz, of all people, and he's the tankiest member of the party. 56 is a lot of damage when you consider that he only has 236 hit points. Like, that'll kill him in 5 hits. And their standard attack does way less. Oh, body purifier! Hey, I can get one of those back. Wait a minute. Oh wait, no. Move left would have meant getting right back off the fucking boat. Never mind. And then we move to the right in order to come over here. And we can bounce off of this and... Actually, I think I do still want to go up here. But the big issue that I tend to have with Rose, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people tend to have with Rose, Rose is not a durable character. You will really need to keep an eye on her frickin' HP. If you don't watch her health levels, she will drop faster than most characters just because her health is some of the lowest in the game. The irony that she actually deals more damage than most other characters is not lost on me. But she's not a traditional glass cannon because she actually has a decent amount of defense. Her HP is just shit. But
It's like stuff like poison, it hits her particularly hard since it goes directly to HP.
Yeah. Poison and critical hits really eat up Rose badly. Critical hits aren't really that frequent in this game. Even though there are a fair number of enemies and attacks that just really suck to get punched by. But, no, they're not that. Oh, that's a quick way out of the marsh. Okay. And into the volcano. I feel like there's an event in the marsh that I'm missing, and I want to go back into the marsh to make sure that I don't miss it. I really feel like there's something I'm missing. The volcano, I'm really not worried about. The volcano just has enemies that hit moderately hard. It's a sea dragon, but its tail is on fire. It's Charmander, only he's aquatic. And
An
seahorse.
aquatic Charmander, you say?
Yeah, that sounds really weird when you consider that if the flame on a Charmander, Charmeleon, or Charizard goes out, they die.
Yeah, I'm guessing they really don't like the rain.
Rain can actually be fatal to them if they can't find shelter. There's actually an entire episode where Ash has to try and massage his, I think it's his Charizard at the time, because the rain actively fucks him up because it cools his body down and he needs to have a very, very high body temperature. So he's sitting there massaging the dragon. Well, it's not a dragon, it's a fire flying type, but it looks like a dragon. Until his scales, or until his hands are literally starting to bleed because he's been massaging that rough, scaly hide for hours on end, just trying to keep his Pokemon from dying. Because the flame is literally indicative to their health level. Like, the weaker they are, the smaller that flame is. Fuck your counterattack. The upsides to Rose, though, are that she tends to deal so much damage that as long as you can keep her alive, she will more than make up for how much you have to watch her health. She actually has a couple of really nifty maneuvers that you can do, particularly in her Dragoon state, that allow her to transform and leech health from enemies, whilst also healing not only herself but her allies. And she has some of the strongest offense magic in the fucking game. It's a little stupid how dangerous she is. Now, you talked, Troy, very briefly about poison being particularly nasty on Rose. Poison actually vamps health at a particularly fixed rate, and that rate is 10% of the character's health level per turn. Now, I believe to counter this, or actually no, poison I believe can actually just straight up fucking kill you. Which is weird, because poison usually doesn't kill you in most games that it's in, but there are a number of them where it still does. Poison is a particularly nasty status ailment in Pokemon, as a matter of fact, if you don't have a cure for it, because it will leech health out of the Pokemon every few fucking steps that you take outside of battle, and leech health every turn they have to fight. Which means that your HP level can just straight up evaporate ridiculously freaking fast. And the Pokemon can actually straight up faint. I knew I was missing something! Oh my god! Ah! Ah! Are you from Basil? I'm not gonna let you have your way! Okay, this event is the one that I was positive my intuition was literally like, hey dude, you're gonna miss this. If you enter Volcano Velude and you don't come back here and do this, you will straight up miss this sequence. You don't want to miss this sequence though, because number one, it's actually worth a fair bit of experience. Number two, this sequence is a challenge sequence that you can run into. You might wonder what I mean by a challenge sequence. All of the soldiers of Sandora that are there, we are actually going to have to fight every single one of those guys. Don't mind me guarding once in a while. If you see me doing that randomly, I'm just trying to keep their health high. So I don't have to burn unnecessary healing items. But, you might have also noticed when a character that has a Dragoon spirit gets enough SP in order to be able to transform, they don't lose it when they get out of combat. You only lose it when you're ready to use it. So, I've fallen into bed. Okay. And see that Knight of Basil just got killed. You bastard! Get out of my way! Now the game's going to give you the opportunity to heal yourself or fall back between scraps. If you do that, the reward that you get from this will be a lower tier value than it could be if you just kill them all in an endurance trial without ever really needing to fall back and heal yourself. Now, I will also point this out. These Sandoran soldiers are not actually strong enough to really warrant you falling back. If you need to fall back because you're getting your ass beat by these guys, you are not playing the game correctly. You notice that I've gone out of my way to keep my character's HP levels high during fights, sometimes even at the expense of being able to just kill one of these guys. That's literally me just making sure I don't have to waste a potion, or that the next fight I start, I will not start on the back foot. I will instead be able to start that fight just as ready to kill as I would the rest of these battles. That's literally me just playing safe. And this game really, it has a fairly simple series of systems that it needs you to follow, and it's very easy to follow them, but it's very easy to underestimate this game's potential complexity simply by looking at it and going, well, this is really simple and easy. How could you ever fail at this? The game, when it really wants to kick your ass, absolutely will teach you that it can kick your ass. I won't let you leave alive! Is that so? I'd like to see you try and make that promise come true. Plus, with Rose as powerful as she is, it's damn near impossible for you to really need to fall back. She could probably carry you through this entire section by herself and not really have to worry about it. That said, if your characters are somehow at such a shitty level of HP and offense, you have to have done something wrong. You either missed the item and weapon shop in town that the game's indicator system kind of goes out of its way to point you towards with the blue arrows. You likely did something of, not building your characters up by probably running from a lot of the non-scripted fights. That can sometimes be what gets you killed in an RPG, and that can get you killed in this game. There's actually a level that in Disc 2 you will actually see me farm like crazy for a couple of copies of a very specific item for 2 characters. Lavitz is one of them. The other is somebody we have not met yet. Or, well, they haven't joined the party. We may or may not have already met them. But you see how easy these fights are to control. Like, that fight, none of these battles so far have been out of my control at all. I'll chop you up! Make my day. I love how Dart's just constantly shilling one-liners at these guys. And for anybody wondering, yes, this is an endurance challenge. No, it's not hard because all of the enemies are the fucking same. These guys all have the same throwing knife attack. They all have the same slash attack. They all have that item toss where they can throw a specific magic item at you as a weapon. These enemies are not diverse enough for you to wonder what the hell you're going to run into battle to battle. If they were, this challenge might actually be interesting. And that is absolutely the one flaw I will point out in this particular challenge is, this endurance challenge, it's kinda ass because all of these enemies are literally the same. It's not total garbage though. I think it largely just exists to ask the player a very simple question: Do you remember how to guard heal? Because if you do, this challenge means nothing. They're really trying to target Dart. The AI sometimes does some weird shit. You notice the game is sometimes skipping Lavitz's turns and letting other characters have turns before Lavitz gets to make a move. His speed is just barely low enough compared to the other three characters that the way the turn order is prioritized, it straight up sometimes just skips his turn and gives other characters double turns. There is a particular accessory that you can farm for later that I mentioned I'd be farming for earlier. That accessory is actually what you have to collect in order to fix his speed issues. And it's honestly best put on him and straight up never taken off. Because once you put it on him, he has everything he needs to be able to contribute for the entire rest of the game. Absolutely perfectly and reliably. And another knight just got dropped. I will stop them by myself! I won't let them.
Whip smack.
You notice that I've killed, at this point, 6 paired sets of these guys? In a row? I haven't had to use a single healing item. This is what guard healing can do for you if you are willing to abuse it. And he's still doing 33 damage. He's hitting as hard as Rose is. And by the way, that does extra damage to Dart because he is fire elemental. So, oh my god, he's doing it again. Ow! Stop that. Holy shit. Fuck off. God damn. Oh, come on, dude. Jesus. Yeah, when their health gets low, they default to that goddamn item attack, and it's particularly dangerous against Dart because he is fire elemental, so it does double damage. Usually they throw burnouts in the early game, so this version doesn't. This guy's the only member of this army of people that is even remotely worth worrying about. One spell cast from a Dragoon would actually completely destroy this offensive that they are trying to establish here. I'm not going to bother with it, because it doesn't matter. Oh god, are they going to kill him? Jesus. Okay, well, now, if you value something too highly, you'll never use it.
Yeah.
One healing item in the
Gotta
entire
go,
endurance
Alistair.
challenge.
Be back.
Alright. Using that knife attack, I swear, gives them the ability to attack multiple times faster. That guy is... I'm sorry, I thought that commander was supposed to actually be dangerous. Jeez, we're gonna need to upgrade his weapon soon, because he's not doing as much damage as the other two. To be fair, he's tanking more damage than they are. By a long shot. This Sandora commander is not like the other commander, by the way. He's actually more dangerous. First of all, he's faster, he's more durable, and I believe he hits harder. Well, I know he hits harder. Because he's hitting harder right now. Yeah, if you missed that visual and audio cue, I don't know what to tell you. To let you know that you need to watch out for a counter, because it's coming, and it's obvious. Oh, shit. That is a stun effect. Now, stun effects can be cleansed using a body purifier. The problem is that at this point, he's just hurling them around like candy. But that only has a chance to trigger. It's not guaranteed. But when you do it every turn like that, there's always the chance. More corpses. Healing potion and an attack ball, so I actually got one of those healing potions back. And we unlocked Burning Rush. Burning Rush is a very good addition. None of the additions to this game are bad. Burning Rush is actually one of the easier ones for me to know. I wonder if inside the fortress is even safe. Yeah. Oh my god. Hang on, we beat the Sandorans. Sir Lavitz. Watch out for the dragon's breath. This is... Acquired a War God's amulet. We will wreak your revenge upon them. So, the more you fall back, the item that he gives you, the lower quality it will be. Sun Rhapsody. That is a mana restorative. Healing potion. Well, we got the other healing potion we spent back. He looks the same age as me. Spirit potion. There is no ally or enemy for the dead. Please rest in peace. There are no injuries. Is that poison? Please rest in peace. So, yeah, those knights... They kind of all died trying to defend this area. Obtained a lance. Here we have the rare opportunity to get a piece of equipment that will upgrade Lavit's attack power. And this is a huge upgrade. Again, War God's Amulet. Not really my favorite thing. The Power Wrist is something that I only recommend equipping to Shauna if you actually want her basic attack to deal damage. Otherwise, don't really equip it to her. I recommend just giving it to Rose. A Knight's Ring can help her a fair bit, but it's not a perfect answer to all of her issues. And of course, monsters infest this area. Oh. Good night, Liz. I love you too, child. You sleep well now, alright? Oink. Ow. And of course, now that the battle's over, monsters just kind of swarm in. And Dart also leveled up to level 8, so Dart has a little bit more HP. His stats have improved slightly as well in other areas. Stop doing that! Damn it. You assholes in your damn ice attacks. Let him heal. Every Dragoon in this game looks somewhat unique, is tied to a specific element, and has specific powers that it's oriented around. There is one particular Dragoon that I have a really bad tendency to ignore, and that does bite me in the ass a few times, but I have managed to more or less make it through this game without that becoming a major issue. Oh, you fuck. Can you let him heal, please? So rude. There we go. Lavitz now has... He has the same amount of attack points as the other two. Oh wow, that enemy can drop a spear. Didn't I just have a spear on him? Because he's got a lance on him now. Yes, I did. So that's literally something that I'll just be selling. Cannot carry any more items. What do I have available? These are actually kind of useful. I'm going to get rid of the attack ball. The downside to an attack ball, like, it randomly generates a magic attack. The downside is that the attack that it generates is random. If you cannot control what element it is, it's not going to be that helpful. Because it's just as likely to throw out something that's going to deal more damage to the enemy as it is something that will either deal neutral or no damage. Or, excuse me, neutral or, half damage. And equipping that power wrist on her, as you can see, has had a wonderful effect. Same as equipping that lance! By the way, if you're wondering if the character's weapons and armor will change as they get new gear, no. That will not happen. It's just as well that everybody has really thought-out designs for their characters' appearances, so that's not really necessary. Alright, now we can go this way in order to be able to go to the volcano. The volcano has its own set of challenges for us. I actually...
Time to take a Traitor.
Time to take a break from Rogue Trader. Doc has been pushed too far. Excuse me. He did just figure out the downside, though, to a character that doesn't get its... Well, the downside to the game, not the character, but the downside to a sequence where the game basically... Damn it! The game basically makes you fight and do a series of skill checks pretty much by yourself, or with less than half your party. And when you don't have your main character spec to be able to handle several different types of skill checks, that's a problem. And that's not even a fault of the player, honestly. I feel like that's a fault of the game. The only way that becomes a fault of the player is if you know that these are a lot of skill checks you need to pass, and you spec your character to not really have much in the way of skills anyway. Even then, I still don't feel like that should be marked really as the player's fault. I still feel like that is more the fault of the game developers, because they should know better than to do this. You should be able to build workarounds that don't necessarily require the player have specific skill stats. Now, I forgot that if you move to the left here, which is why I came back down to this boat, you will notice there was a big-ass tree over here that I couldn't get to from this side earlier in the stream. Yeah, this is how you get up here. I did not edit the video footage at all. For anybody who thinks that I might have done that, that did not happen. I am going to... I ended up throwing away an Angel's Prayer, which... I mean, it's a revive, which is bad that I lost that Magic Stone of the Signet. Okay. But my characters tend not to get dropped like that in this game. There's instances where it can happen, but it's rare that it does. Largely due to the way that I play.
I'm at the part now where I just got all my one guy. Trazen, whatever his name was.
Yeah, the psycho Dark Eldar scientist that nobody likes because he's a douchebag. I fucking hate that guy. He's... So, like, his arrogance is built and baked so much into his personality and his character that he straight up, like, There's no fixing that guy. There really is no fixing that guy. There's not really any fixing the Dark Eldar at all. Dark Eldar are so twistedly violent. Oh, come on, Dart. So twistedly violent that it's not even really funny. And I'd call them sexual sadists, but there's nothing sexual about what they do, despite how much they appear to get immense gratification from brutally torturing people. Because, like, the level of gratification that Dark Eldar it feels like they get is gratification that honestly feels like they're literally melting themselves off to it. The reality of the Dark Eldar, for anybody who do not know as to why they do what they do, they don't even torture people because they get off on it, even though many of them now do, because it is ingrained into their culture to the point where they just...
You know what? I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna play some Ace Combat 5.
You know what? Maybe that's what you need, is some Ace Combat 5. Like, it's so baked into their culture that now they like doing it, even though realistically they didn't used to. Effectively, what they do is in order to stave off the Chaos God Slaanesh from devouring their souls, they torture other beings in order to feed on that negative energy somehow, through telepathy, I guess, or through telekinesis, or no, not through that. I forget. No, telekinesis does not work that way. They feed off of your suffering and misery on some kind of spiritual level by torturing you, and they then filter that essence to Slaanesh in lieu of losing their souls. Does that actually work? Honestly, I don't think so, because sadistic, torturous violence is so ingrained in Dark Eldari culture at this point that I think they really have lost themselves regardless. So, no, honestly. I don't think what they did preserved them. It may have preserved a bunch of violent, sadistic pieces of torturous, murderous, amoral shit. And there is no morality to them. There is straight up no morality to them. Level up. Death Dimension magic unlocked. Her Dragoon spirit leveled up, I believe, is what that was. Because she's still level 8. She is still level 8, isn't she? Yes. Sometimes you'll see a level up and you'll look at it and you'll gain new magic or something like that, but you'll notice your character didn't actually get new stats. That's not the character leveling up, that's the Dragoon, and the game does not do a very good job of making sure that you knew the difference. It's like one of the 2 annoying flaws that I've seen that this game has. It doesn't have that many irritating flaws. What's that? Is that an eruption of the volcano? No, it's not. That is Feyrbrand. It's bad timing showing up now. We still have to deal with the dragon. Can we just let it go? It's up to him. He saw us! Run! Yeah, we'll be seeing that thing again later. It seems we lost him. Good. Let's move on. I'll be right back. I need to grab something. Stop that. There we go. Spear Frost. Oh.
Whip smack.
You probably noticed Rose now has a green bar filling up over her blue bar. Every time you unlock a new level for your Dragoon Spirit, you can gather another 100 SP in order to fill it up, and it looks a different color with every 100 SP that you collect.
Whip smack.
Mind Purifier. Panic Guard.
Whip smack.
So yeah, there are magma fish in this world. Excuse me.
Time to play a class.
A classic, huh?
Dude, Ace Combat 5 was PS2 era.
Oh shit.
Just like Ace Combat 0. Ace Combat 6 was 360.
What is this feeling? It's calling me? Shauna, where are you going? Just to make sure you cannot miss this fight, the game has her do this. You were being called by this?
Ace Combat 3 was PS1 era.
I don't know. But when I came here, I didn't hear the voice anymore. Is that alive? Looks like a stone statue. Don't go near it! I feel something's wrong. Listen to Shauna. This Virage is still alive. Virage? You don't know about it? Okay, I'll explain it to you. You know about the Dragon campaign, right? The Winglies were outnumbered, so they used this creature called Virage as their trump card in the war. Just as humans used dragons, Winglies used Virage. I thought the Dragon campaign was over 11,000 years ago. How can this still be alive? I would say it's due to a hatred of humans or a vendetta against us Dragoons. We gotta settle this. Or let's run! We're not running. Ladies and gentlemen, the Virage! So, the Virage is a semi-interesting boss fight in the sense that you have to engage with its entire body. You will have to attack the Virage head, the Virage arm, and the Virage body in order to kill it. Now, the arm does not take much damage to kill. The head and the body take a lot to kill. The arm can actually be grown back, so be aware of that.
Whip smack.
You can tell this is a boss fight because the music's different as well.
Hey, can you take it all away?
Can you take it all away? Demonetized.
You know that song.
Whip smack.
Of course I know that song.
Yeah, it's the main song for Ace Combat 5.
It really is? Wow.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Damn, I thought I had an old save file so I could do New Game Plus.
Oh, she's despirited and he's confused.
Ah!
And Lavitz over there is fucking stunned. This is why you actually need to get rid of the head, by the way. For anybody wondering, if you don't have a body purifier, the cure for being stunned is to get attacked. That's going to break the stun effect on Lavitz, even though it's going to hurt like a son bitch. Yeah, that actually did a lot of damage. Ow! Damn! 119 damage. Can you leave him the hell alone now?
Whip smack.
Oh! You can fast track the boss fight just by killing the head. Well, I learned something today. Whoa! It's dangerous here. Let's go back. Echoes of the past. Come on, Shauna. Are you all right? Rose! Rose! Run! Old ghosts should stay buried. Oh, she hit level 9. Shauna leveled up. Got some items. Go ahead and discard that healing potion. I don't need it. I am going to use a healing potion on Lavitz. You can go back in that boss chamber where the boss was. There's nothing there now. There's no real reason to go there. Hey! Is anybody there? Did you hear something? Hey! Help! Look! Over there! It's a man! Help me! My foot slipped and I fell! We got you! Phew. Thanks. Really. I didn't think I would make it. It was really... good. Yeah, thanks. I can't thank you enough, but please, at least take this. Oh, don't. We can't accept such an expensive item. Yes, you have to. You folks saved my life. I'll feel bad if you folks don't take it. Take it. Once decided, it's hard to take back. It's a man thing. Well, thank you. Acquired a sapphire pin. I'm Dabas of Lohan. I was told I could find a burning gem around here, so I came. And look what happened to me. By the way, I am an antique dealer. If you happen to be in Lohan, why don't you drop by? Later! He's funny. No, he isn't. He just exists. That's fine. No, nothing's gonna happen at all. I don't know why you would think that. I don't know why you would think the Firebird would spawn and then cut us the fuck off from being able to move. Firebird is here! Shauna, can we go to the exit? No, it's covered in flames! I guess we gotta fight. We just killed a Virage boss. Now we have to kill the Firebird boss. Dart is kind of the standout tank in this fight, largely because this thing does a lot of fire-based damage, and Dart takes half damage versus fire. Honestly, I expected that to hurt a lot more than it did. But I guess the game's kind of taking it easy on you since you just fought the barrage. Okay.
Whip smack.
That does, like, no damage.
Whip smack.
Ow. That did not do shit. Well, it hurt Lavitz a decent amount.
Whip smack.
God damn it!
What did you do?
I brought that on myself.
What did you do?
My dumbass self wasn't paying attention, and
Whip smack.
I accidentally bashed my fucking. And I didn't realize I was that close until it was already too late. I was like, well, fuck.
Game, excuse me. Why did the boss just get to move twice while I didn't get to move at all?
And I also forgot that
This is a turn-by-turn game? He does not get to take 2 turns.
I also forgot that with Ace Combat there is no check game.
Oh no. Here come his volcano balls. He's gonna attack me with his big flaming balls. Alright. Let's show off what happens when Rose transforms. Feel like this is a good opportunity. to show off the power of the Death Dragoon.
Astral Ray.
Oh, wow, that killed the boss. And regenerated the health of the entire squad by a decent amount. Red Eye Stone. Hey, levels. Phew. It was a hot fight. Hot Wing, defeat Firebird. Reduces damage from fire-based attacks by half. If you equip that to anybody, put it on Lavitz. Pretty sure he's weak to fire damage. Could just be he has an inordinately low magic defense. What do you have?
You got that right. I already shut down 2 of them. How about no? They fired on us. Aha!
Whip smack.
Do, do, do. Nest of the Dragon. Excuse me. Guys, don't you feel something? This forest is contaminated by the dragon's poison. I see. That's why the Sandoras don't have a defense in this forest. A normal person cannot be exposed to this poison for a long time. It's a natural defense. Oh my. What's wrong? I felt a little dizzy, that's all. I guess it is hard for a woman. Oh? I am a woman too. You are special. Special, huh? Fine. I don't capitalize on a woman's frailty anyway. I don't mean to do... Oh no! I'm okay. See? Rose is fine too. But I'm sorry. I need to go rest a little. Shauna! Troublesome girl.
Down. Down.
Are you alright? Uh-huh. Don't worry. I don't feel sick anymore. Besides,
No,
I think I got
I'm
used
not.
to the air in this place. Then, can you go with us? Sure. If I fall down here, there would be no meaning to me coming with you. Indeed. We can say the war is in our hands, because the Kaisers cannot make a move. Shauna, please don't leave us like that. We don't know what awaits us here. Sorry. Now, let's move on. They're playing brother and sister. Yep, they're always like that. Shit. Man-eating bud.
Whip smack.
Sorry, Chopper, but you're gonna lose.
Whip smack.
Tricky bats. Oh. Chainmail. Hi, Pebbles. Where's my Human? Where'd he go? I'm coming to bug my Human.
Whip smack.
Hello, Pebbles. Mandrakes.
Son of a... You old bastard! Bloody fucker. Get back here! I'm gonna shoot you with my gun! You stole my kill!
Whoa! Oh, good. You've come around. Yes, I think I'm fine. Where are we? In the nest of the dragon.
My knee. Ow.
Well, at least we don't need to look for Feyrbrand anymore. What confidence you have. Is that because you are a Dragoon? I guess. Guys, look at this. There's still pure water left in the forest. At least the entire forest isn't spoiled. Let's go. If we defeat the monster, the forest will be saved. Ah. What a spooky plant.
Yeah.
Now, drinking from that spring, it will fully regenerate your HP. So there's a reason that I did that.
Whip smack.
You incorrigible feline. Oh, really? I was too slow on the last one? What? Physical attack barrier, eh? How unfortunate for you. $190, holy crap. Her magic attack is stupid. Even something as simple as a burnout can deal a tremendous amount of damage.
You bastards attack my naval port! You fed around for the last time!
What's going on? I got it. When it's touched, then that one reacts. Spirit potion. Body purifier. What you gonna do, you big fluffy buffoon? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Lad, they fucked around for the last time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the mandrakes attack, and it is bullet seed.
Whip smack.
You heard the man, folks. Time to attack.
It's amazing how much more difficult it was for me to land a lot of these editions as a kid. Now it's actually a lot easier.
Whip smack.
A murderous pelican. What does this world come to when even the pelicans are murder birds?
I got distracted.
Doink. Bravery amulet. I believe that negates the fear status effect? Yes.
Get.
Ooh.
Get. Lucky bastard.
Here we go.
Whip smack.
There's one thing I keep forgetting to check. Okay, Volcano is now at level 3. And we can see that it's very quickly looking like it's a damage-focused edition. Not bad. Harpoon is maxed out finally. That means we can swap over to Spinning Cane. Let's see. Whip Smack is already at level 3. Okay. Mind Purifier. Nifty. Alright. Save here in preparation for the next boss fight. So we've technically had a mini-boss when it comes to the Sandora Commander and the army of Sandorans. We've had a pair of bosses in the Firebird and the Virage. Not necessarily in that order, though we fought those in the inverse order to the way I just explained them. Oh, that was too fast. A run fast is literally the name of the enemy.
Oh shit, pull up, pull up!
Did you pull up in time? Love how that's what he calls his spinning cane.
Whip smack. Whip smack.
Who is this? Is that you, Lavitz? How ironic to find you venturing here. You are Graham. Do you know him? I will never forget him. He used to be the head of the second knight of Basil. Until the man who used to be my father's best man. Lavitz, wait! Welcome, Lavitz. You will become a knight, fulfilling the wishes of your late father, Servi. Don't you ever mention my father's name! Are you still carrying that grudge after more than a dozen years for my betrayal of your father? That's not all! You betrayed King Albert! You betrayed every single person I know! Is that the wrath of a patriotic knight? Or a man full of vengeance? Both!
Oh shit,
Graham,
oh shit, oh shit.
I now get to avenge my father, who trusted you and died in vain! Get revenge, huh? Try. See if you can truly best me in my newly obtained power! Emerge! The power of the dragon! You are a Dragoon?
It shouldn't be a surprise. Only the Dragoons can manipulate dragons. Behind the dragon, there should be...
This is the power I obtained!
Obtaining that power is not an easy matter. Where did you get the Dragoon spirit?
I'm amazed there is someone in Basil who knows about this. Fine. You too will know before you die. His Majesty Dole got all his power and intelligence from Emperor Diaz.
Is this some kind of dream? Emperor Diaz died 11,000 years ago, with the name of the Holy Imperial Gloriano.
If this is a dream, how can you explain what you are about to see? Come! I give you a chance to avenge your father, if you have the courage to fight against the legendary Dragoon!
Newsflash, asshole, you're not the only Dragoon here. I'm gonna make this hurt.
Whip smack.
Alright, Feyrbrand and Graham are both enemies that you can attack right now. Focus your attacks on Feyrbrand first. Feyrbrand uses a ridiculous number of poison moves. So you really want Feyrbrand dead. Body purifier. I don't have more than one. What? Too slow? Oh. You? Use a mind purifier to cleanse the fear. Could you stop being an asshole for 5 minutes, sir?
Asshole.
Nah, fuck it. Use it when you need it. I'd say this qualifies enough.
Astral Drain.
Dad? Dad? Come on, Dad. Pet me.
Take.
Yeah, Pebbles? Is it that bad? Attacking power increased. That's not good. That dragon is already half dead, by the way. At least I have mind purifiers. The level of guaranteed status damage that he's been doing is really starting to get on my nerves. Because he is denying a lot of my actual offensive actions. For anybody wondering, the fear effect basically cripples your chances at attacking. It puts a really significant random chance on your character just not attacking the enemy and wasting their turn if you try to order them to attack. They can still use items just fine, but if you order them to perform attacks, it usually does nothing. It's kind of always out of character for Zordon to be silly just because Zordon is so goddamn, like, grandpa serious all the time. That is a really awesome move in animation right there. Alright, Feyrbrand is dead. Now the fight gets easier. He doesn't start doing that move until either he's low on health or the dragon is. This is the one technique he has, by the way, that actually does a lot of damage. Healing potions are meant for boss fights. Oh yeah, he has this move too. This allows him to be... That's literally his I'm using a magic item animation. And because he's a boss, it does okay damage. Emphasis on okay damage, like, if that had been me, that would have hurt a lot more. If I had been the one to do that. And I will prove it here momentarily. Let's see, he's wind, right? Yeah, he's wind. That did, like, almost triple or quadruple the damage of a normal attack. Yeah, Graham is half dead now. This is kind of the issue with Graham, though, is that, you know, once you kill Feyrbrand, he stops fucking around. But he doesn't have that much raw power and durability himself. You might have noticed at this point. Oh. I really was that fucking slow. Oh, I got a deep gash. Oh. Downburst. Everybody gets a level. Good to see. Very good to see. You have service strength. Dragon's Nest. Defeat Graham and Feyrbrand. My efforts were to no avail. I even used betrayal to obtain this power. I still don't understand. Why did you betray my father? You were not like this. Nobody could be stronger than your father.
Jackass.
That was the only thing I could never conquer.
Like, whoo! I dodged the missile, then immediately gets shot down by gun.
Admiration for him. As a mate. And as a friend. But time goes by. And it turned into this feeling. This fear. From realizing the limits of your ability. This fear that goes nowhere. The only thing you can do is curse yourself for weakness. But you couldn't overcome your fear by defecting to Duel. You needed to overcome my father. There was an alternative. If only I could obtain a new power, I could be equal to, or surpass him. That was the Dragoon spirit I got from His Majesty Duel. Lavitz, live strong. Now I can go to be with Servi. The way that's translated very heavily implies that he had a homosexual relationship with Servi. I don't really know if that's completely true. It's very clear that Servi was at least bisexual because he has a son and a wife. But Servi is also dead. He is lucky to be dead now. Greed for power eventually conquers you. Unleashed power generates only sorrow. He should have known that. He was lucky to die now and avoid even more sorrow.
You attacked my
What
base?
is this? Ah! Such a coincidence.
That's how you know you fucked up.
Or is this fate? Is this fate? Lavitz, maybe you too are... Dart is right. The Dragoon spirit of the Jade Dragon recognized you as its next master. I am a Dragoon? I deserve to rule dragons? Not only do you deserve, but you have an obligation to accept your fate as a Dragoon, don't you? So be it. It's what Graham left for me. I understand. I accept it. The fate of a Dragoon. I will use this power for justice. Like Dart and Rose. Used for justice? Acquired the Dragoon spirit of the Jade Dragon. Good for you, Lavitz. Ah! Shauna? I can't breathe. Too much poison? We cannot make it over Vilud, carrying Shauna. Then we have to go to Lohan. Lohan? That commercial town? Yes, that's it. I heard there is a great doctor there. Hurry! We'll finish the stream right after we figure out exactly what's wrong with Shauna and where we need to go next. because we're actually getting somewhat close to getting one of my favorite characters. Hi, Peebles. Did you come to see me again? What a crowd! And we're in the middle of a war! It's true. If I were fine, it would be fun. You'll get well soon. No, she won't. Well, not easily. I couldn't believe it was dragon's poison until I saw it with my own eyes. I've never seen such symptoms. There's nothing wrong with the body. At least, that's how it seems. But her consciousness has closed inward after she arrived here. It seems the mind is poisoned, not the body. I don't think the clinic can help her. I'm sorry, but in this condition, it could be a week if she is lucky. Can't you do something? I'll do everything I can. What was such a cute girl doing with a legendary monster? She fought against it to save the country. Think hard. Is there anything you can do? Hold on. If we can get some dragony plant, she may survive. Really? I read it in a secret heirloom book. The problem is, as with dragons, dragony plant exists only in legend. I cannot say for sure if it really exists. Even so, we cannot wait like this doing nothing. Let's go look for dragony plant on our own. We at least might be able to find something in this town. Lohan is a commercial town where everybody is welcome. There should be some information here. Although it is temporary, I will try to staunch the poisoning. I'm not called the best doctor in Serdio for nothing. I will rise to the occasion. I can't voice act that old man for shit. I apologize to everybody for having to hear that. Alright. Lohan is chock full of fucking doors, folks, and there's a lot here, so, this is the item shop, and I keep hitting the wrong button. So, yeah, Shauna is poisoned, and now we gotta go find some dragony plant. The problem with finding dragony plant is not exactly easy to find. For whatever reason, this is another one of those instances where the game is just like, hey, by the way, bro, go on a fucking fetch quest for a really legendary item to save your characters. I'll be real with you, it feels weird. Now, I believe this is the weapons shop owner. Yep. Okay. We got the lance, so we don't have to spend money on that. We don't have a cape. We'll go ahead and equip that. The legend cask. So that is... The game literally wants you to purchase this for 10,000 gold. Reduces damage due to magical attacks. So that I'm pretty sure that's partially a translation error. It drastically magnifies your magical attack power, but also massively, and I mean massively, augments your magic defense. Good luck getting enough money to afford it, though, this early in the damn game. So, this item is called a War God Calling. Automatically enables zero additions, but halves the damage and the SP that you get from them. So, there is an item that you can go farm out enough gold to basically do all of this without having to worry about it. I don't recommend buying this. It's really not that difficult to learn how to get a lot of the patterns down. Enough repetition and you will get it right more than often enough to make it worth it. With most characters, they don't really have significantly annoying combos anyway. Dart has a couple. Lavitz has 2 or 3, and Maru, spoilers for the name of somebody we're going to be meeting later, has 1 or 2 as well. But War God Callings are just not good. Phantom Shield reduces damage from all attacks by half. Again, this is a case of the game is like, here, bro, if you pay me 10,000 gold, you can have an item that cuts all damage in half. Cool, except for one fucking problem. It's 10,000 gold. 10,000 gold is an immense amount of fucking money to try and get the player to farm out. I could sell every item in my inventory and maybe break about 2,500 right now. And you see the amount of pittance we pick up from enemies. There's not really much that we get. Next is the Dragon Shield. This cuts physical damage in half. 5,000 is a lot more manageable. If you wanted to use something like that, you could. Then there's the Angel Scarf. This just cuts magic damage in half. Again, you know, if you want to make that worthwhile, you can. One thing that I will point out for everybody who may or may not already realize it, but some characters just have really shitty magic defense. Some characters just have really shitty physical defense. Buying a Angel Scarf or a Dragon Shield in order to allow them to have their worst defensive stat made up for would not be a bad idea, especially in Lavitz's case. Like, the Angel Scarf would be ideal for Lavitz. Next is the Ultimate War God. This is pretty much one of the best items in the game. Makes Addition completely successful. Essentially, War God Calling without the downsides. Literally what it is. Alright, let's go find a save point. Oh, by the way, this used to bug the shit out of me, but you might notice something when I do this. That is like one of 2, maybe 3 floors in the entire game that actually has a unique sound effect for you running on it. Now, this guy is an odds and ends dealer of rare antiquities. Like he told us. Welcome! Hey! The boss! It's the goofy merchant from the other day. I'm glad you folks are here. Thanks for the loot. Really? Now I can run my business. So, what do you want? You can find anything at the Boss Antiques. Do you carry herbs too? You got it! I have everything from extremely rare medicine to secret magical medicine. Have you heard of the Dragoon plant? I heard it's a very rare herb. Oh, the Dragoon plant. You have it? No. The boss! Oh no, don't get mad. I was just kidding, but let me think harder. I remember hearing about it somewhere. Hold on a sec. Well, in this secret notebook... Yes, it's in here. It says north of the poison forest, the path of the past the troublesome plant, observe the Dragoon plant in the back of the shrine. It reminds me, I saw a strange plant in the back of the forest when Shauna took a rest.
Oh, the one that became a monster because of the dragon's poison. But you cannot get past it unless you purify it with something.
How about the spring water from underground? That might help the plant. That's it. Thanks, the boss. What? What about shopping? That's all? Hey, we saved your life, you asshole. This guy's a douchebag. And we'll be visiting him again later because he gets his hands on something that I really, really, really want. Hey, you! Hey, classy brother! I got something you'll like. This is the funniest fucking sales attempt pitch I have ever heard in my life, by the way. That reminds me, we need something to carry the spring water. Let's have a look. That's my man. You have a sharp eye. I guarantee they're good buys. I want a bottle to put water in. You have one? Sure, sure. This one's durable and it's of the highest quality. How much? Surprise! It's a super bargain. How about 10 billion gold? Let's look somewhere else. Hey! Hey, wait a minute. I was just kidding. Don't take me so seriously. How much is the real price, then? Yeah, it's about 3,000 gold. Why don't you buy it? How about 2,200 gold? Still too much. I'll go down to 1,000. Can't you do better than that? 500 gold. Drop it once more. Darn. I'm giving it away. How about 100? I can't win. Take it. It's free. Well, if you insist, I'll take it. Thanks. Acquired a water bottle. You can literally force that guy to give you that water bottle for free. It pisses him off, but it's not going to have an effect on the gameplay later because despite the fact that you just made that guy really mad, the other item that he wants to sell later is actually worth the money that it would cost. So where the game wants us to go now is the Shrine of Shirley. The Shrine of Shirley was the structure on the map that we passed a while back on our way to the Dragon's Nest. And now we have a third Dragoon spirit, and our third Dragoon is Lavitz. The Dragoon of the Red-Eyed Dragon, the Dragoon of the Jade Dragon, and I believe the Dragoon of the Death or Dark Dragon, one of the three. Or one of the two. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been Savage Hound Dusk, and I'll see you guys next time when we go deal with the